Some stories just make me wonder, is this the world's worst criminal? Some of the stories that we feature here on World's Worst Criminals are featured because of the atrocious acts, but others earn that title for a very different reason. We've all heard about paper trails that could lead to cases being solved, but in 2024, a Minnesota woman decided to steal a vehicle for some quick cash, and for the most part, her plan worked well, until an unusual paper trail led to her takedown and will probably lead to you shaking your head in disbelief. 30-year-old Vanessa Guerra had previously worked as a DoorDash driver in beautiful Mankato, but living in the college town certainly isn't cheap. And with a previous criminal history of several instances of driving with a suspended license, driving without insurance, driving while using her cell phone, and more, maybe she thought it was time to change jobs. It was August 12th when the owner of a 2004 Ford Freestar figured out that their vehicle had been stolen. The Freestar was only produced for 3 years and was basically a rebrand of the Ford Windstar minivan. They stopped producing it when Ford figured out that minivans just weren't selling. Most people had moved on to SUVs. But regardless of the popularity of your ride, having your personal property stolen sucks. A lot of us see our vehicles as extensions of our homes, and in some cases, even extensions of ourselves. The victim filed a stolen vehicle report with their local police department. Now, I don't know how actively they were working on this case. The Kelley Blue Book lists the 2004 Ford Freestar as only having a value between $2,000 and $3,000, so giving it some huge investigative effort probably wasn't in the cards. Thankfully, they wouldn't have to give it much of an effort at all. The sheriff's department investigator assigned to the Freestar case was contacted by an investigator from a neighboring county, and he seemed to have all the answers. In that neighboring county, a scrapyard had purchased a Ford Freestar from a woman named Vanessa Guerra. Vanessa actually did all right selling it to the scrapyard, and without a title, of course. She got $2,000 for it. Not bad for the up-and-coming criminal. But how would someone that so clearly thought out this scheme get taken down for their big master plan? The probable cause statement for her case reads, through further investigation, the investigator was able to locate a journal belonging to Guerra. In the journal, Guerra states, totally stole a car today. Something I never thought of doing. Effing super freaking out about it. Yes, she wrote about it in her diary, and she should be freaking out about it. That diary entry was dated August 12th, 2024, the exact same day that the 2004 Ford Freestar was stolen. The investigator asked Vanessa about the Freestar, and she claimed to not know anything about it being stolen. Thankfully, her diary and the witnesses at the scrapyard can tell the real story, both confirming that Vanessa stole the van, then brought it to the scrapyard and sold it for $2,000. While each state has different levels of monetary amounts and punishments for theft, the most serious form of theft in Minnesota is felony theft. And Vanessa is probably now aware that it involves the theft of property valued at only $1,000 or more. And under Minnesota Statute 609.52, felony theft convictions carry substantial consequences, including significant fines and potential imprisonment. But that's not the only charge that Vanessa is now facing. Due to her selling the property that she didn't actually own, she also received stolen goods from the salvage yard. For that charge, she's facing up to 5 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, or possibly both. Her story went viral just in time for the holidays in 2024 with article titles like Alleged Car Thief Busted with Help of Dim-Witted Diary Entry and Idiot Criminal of the Day. After digging even deeper into court records, I also found a bit of a disturbing trend and possibly answered one of my lingering questions. Earlier in 2024, she was busted for shoplifting, and she recently pled guilty. The restitution payment on that was only a few $100s, and that theft happened a few months before the Freestar was stolen. Her crimes seem to be escalating. But I also wonder if investigating that charge is what led to the discovery of her diary. Or perhaps it was found in her car on one of her numerous traffic stops. Either way, I'm hoping that if the actual criminal charges aren't enough to help deter future crimes by her, maybe the sheer embarrassment of going viral for ratting yourself out in your diary will. Of course, Those charges are still pending. She has a court date scheduled in a few months, so I do have to say that Vanessa is innocent until proven guilty. But I have one last question that I just can't shake. I wonder if she titled that diary entry Exhibit A.